Hi and welcome to this week's video. In this week's video we get the fuselage covering completed. So join me and I'll show you what I did. As you can see, I've got the covering sort of over the back section here, upside down. A little bit of cut out there for it to go around the fin. Chalk on the sides of this so I can see where I need to apply glue. You'll note there isn't any for all the stringers because you don't put glue over the stringers on the fuselage sides of life. That helps it all to settle itself down, but it's not required on the fuselage 4.5 stringers. So there we go. What I have for this particular stringer area here, just to help hold everything in line for the headrest bits, just to make sure, because there's a hole goes through and I want to make sure I have that located and it won't tear out. I did get my chalk line a little bit wrong there. It should be that forward one. There we go. All ready for me to put on the table and slap a load of Vortex glue on. I've already set up the masking line there for the glue to go onto that. So we're ready to put glue on those and let that dry off. We are all glued up on the skin and glued up on the fuselage there. So my next task is, once it's fully dry, I'll put in the second line of masking tape for the 2-tape method for going down the sides and that. So we get a nice straight line, hopefully. There's the rear fuselage upper section covered with the going around here with a little edge piece. So it's just curled over. Here it's bonded to the centre stringer because we've got these holes for the headrest, and the holes have been made back here for the closing panel. I don't think it looks too bad, nice and tight, generally quite pleasant. There's a couple of very slight waves in my line. It's not absolutely perfect, but I'm going to say at a distance of about 7 or 8 feet, you can hardly see them, so it's not that bad. I could, of course, I could put a tape along there or something like that, which would hide them if I put just a piece of pink tape or something like that. Pink as in crinkly edge, not pink as in pink colour. Or I could put just a straight strip of something down there, but I think it's okay. It's the same both sides. You can probably just see the slight wave there. Part of that was because of the shrinking. As it shrank, it just pulled there. So slight disadvantage of doing 2 colours in this sort of format rather than painting it. But there we go. I'm quite pleased with the overall look so far. Now, the next bit I'm going to do is I'm going to do the headrest. I've already prepared the Oratex for it and the headrest, just to do the basic side. And once I've got that, I'll take out all these cabane struts and the screen, and we'll get the front end prepped for covering. Well, there's the headrest covered. I did a lip all the way around the edge. I did it in 2 parts. I did the main section going across with a little lip going all the way around the front edge here, and then I put a front piece on because you'll see the corners with the headrest, but when you take the headrest out of the way, you want, it'll be there. So there's the headrest all in position, all bolted down, secured, so we're ready to go. The gapping around the back and that is not too bad at all. I did my best to try and get that so it would be fairly close. You can't. It's got a curved bottom, and of course this is got flats on it like a 50p piece, so but it's not a bad fit at all. And there's our headrest bit, which we held in with the elastic, so bungee, so we can get in and put our marmalade sandwiches in there. Okay, I'll do the odd fiddly bit now and again as well while I'm doing the big bit. So this inspection cover has been covered the same way as I did the ones on the lower fuselage, so up there in the it's a link for you to look at how I did those. But the slight addition with this one, I just put that little piece of blue across the top there, so it sort of fades in and almost disappears depending on which angle you're looking at it, even though it's under the tailplane, so not many people see that anyway. Crew entry door, all covered now, so it's ready to be fitted. Another one of those little fiddly bits, and I've put the hinge into place, so there we go, ready to go. My next task is to cut out and glue up this front section here. I think you'll see I've prepped these so that they can actually have some of the covering go onto it, gaps in between, so we can have tons of covering going down, and we'll get that all sorted. Okay, I've applied the glue to this area. There's quite a lot of closed sheet area. I've applied it to the covering. So the method I'm going to use, because it's a slight compound curve, is I'm going to attach it along the centre line, and then I'm going to run down about here, down the system across the aircraft to make it break the area into 4 quarters, so to speak. And then I'm going to use a heat gun and the felt blade and that, and just slowly work the covering out into the area and do one side, well, each quarter at a time to do one side, and then I'll do the same to the other. So we'll see how we get on. I'll see if I can get a time lapse going for you. Well, hopefully the time lapse came out. I'm not particularly sure about that, but we've got the side done now, all the way down. I put my little trim panels over because I've got the bolts through there for the 4 cabane struts all in and torqued now. All the holes are in for the screen. Everything's all cut out that way. I've got the crew entry flap in position. Fares in reasonably well, and I'm just going to reach. There we go. So it's all hinges, and there's the far side where I've taken the covering and I've wrapped it around and underneath, so it's got a nice neat edge there for any rubbing. There'll be a strip going around the edge here, just quite a narrow bead, just to soften that edge very slightly. But there we go. That's the covering effectively done and dusted now. So on the fuselage, so quite happy with that. Look at the crew door from the other side with it closed. That's quite a nice neat closure. Yeah. So bits to carry on with. I'm waiting for some shackles to do the rudder cable section there, but I can actually put in the section of cable to do the tail wheel steering. Well, that's it for this week. I think Biggles will be happy to have her all covered up. Well, the fuselage anyway. Wings, tailplane, that's horizontal stabiliser, elevator, and rudder all need to be covered at some stage in the future. But I haven't got the covering colour for that at this moment in time. But everything else is sorted out. Unfortunately, time lapse didn't work. I think I'll give up with doing time lapses. The camera, I think, went flat and for some reason corrupted the file. Hey ho. But we've got the majority of the aircraft done. I think that shows in the video, and we've got all sorts of other wacky little bits and pieces to do now, depending on how things come in, parts wise and fabrication wise, going on. Anyway, hopefully the weather will improve for this year, and we'll get more flying videos in as well. So look after yourselves, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up. You can subscribe or even hit the little bell notification for future videos. Any comments would be appreciated, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Remember, go fly and feel the sky.